Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Knott's Grand Adventure. This is kind of going to be a short update video because I didn't really do a lot, but I just still wanted to show off what I did just for the sake of doing it. Figured why not? I'll show off what I've done. I've been working on this station for, excuse me, there was a burp. For the floorless coaster, which I've renamed Wave Breaker. I think it's a bit easier for people to remember than Kanaloa, which even I personally would forget the name of. So, yeah, I have been working on this, adding small details like this right here would be a little gate. I need to get rid of those rails. Those are the auto-generated rails, but these right here would just be here so that people wouldn't come up if they don't want them to come up. I mean, this is the exit, so they shouldn't really be going up there anyways. But I figured that there would probably be someone staffed at this station right here, or rather the exit, and their job after checking restraints would be to also close this gate, and then, or they'd probably actually close the gate first after everyone unloaded, then check the restraints, and then, yeah, that would be their job. I haven't worked on this side yet. I've just been working on the side by the path right now because it's a side that everyone sees. And I've kind of gone with a weird thematic choice for it. It's kind of a... I don't know what the style of it is. I wanted to go for an almost kind of retro-y feel, which is why I went with this like combination of like stonework, or rather brickwork, I guess, and just these plain panels. And I'll probably add something going on the outside, probably just some more panels, but like angled, just add a little bit more color too. And I added the sign right here for Wave Breaker. I might change it to a different sign, I'm not really sure yet, but yeah, also changed that one over there. I don't know if I'm going to keep this sign. I kind of like it, but I also don't like how generic it is, and it almost reminds me of a McDonald's, so I could change it. I also don't think I can actually change the colors on it, so yeah, I can't change the colors on it, so it's kind of pointless in that respect. I was trying to figure out if I could realistically add a transfer track to this ride, and the answer to that is no, I cannot add a transfer track to this ride because it would have to go probably over the path or over a ride section, and I think that would be a bit weird, so I'm just not gonna bother. Which sucks because most of my other rides do have a transfer track, so it's kind of breaking away from the realism just for this ride. But whatever. I'm not gonna let it bother me too much. Alright, over here with the railroad track, I have done a few things to it. I redid it a little bit, so it goes right over here because I redid Big Kahuna, which I will go over at some point, obviously. I'm sure that you guys noticed it almost immediately that I redid the layout. And with the railroad, I decided to keep it pretty much elevated the entire time. And right here is going to be a nice little bridge. Height-wise, it is fine. If someone walks under there, there's probably about 2 feet of clearance, so that should not be an issue at all. And, yeah. Over here, there's going to be stores and restaurants of some sort. A nice little kind of Main Street-ish area. Not really like a complete Main Street style area, just kind of, I don't know. I've been watching a lot of walkthrough videos of parks, just trying to get a feel of like what I should be doing in terms of like the entrance area. So I just figured a bunch of random shops and food places should be fine with that. I'm sure that most of the vendors will quit almost immediately, but there's nothing I can really do about that. I think that game mechanic is just a little bit broken. So yeah, right here there will be just a bunch of stores, and it'll kind of hide the track a bit. This area right here is actually going to be another backstage area, because this area right here is going to be pretty cramped, so I figure there should probably be another one right here. Now, you probably will be able to see some of that backstage area from the roller coaster, but like, that happens all the time at theme parks when you're on things where you can see backstage areas. Like Scream at Magic Mountain comes to mind, Ghost Rider at Knott's. There's so many of them that where you can just see the backstage area, and it does take away from I don't know, I guess the immersiveness. But I mean, with a theme park like this, you're not really immersed into anything. You're just here for the thrills, and that's all this is gonna be. I want to build a nice big marquee for this ride in this area right here. I'm not sure how I want to do it, but I want it to be grand, because I don't really like how open this is. So I want to fix that. And I was just going to fill this entire area in with plants, and it will be a lot of plants, but I mean, there really should be a sign there, because there would be in real life. I just need more signs in this park. Alright. Over here, I have been working on the pathing to try and get it a bit better. I don't know what I can do about these little spots, so I'll probably just fill it in with roof pieces or art shapes. But right over here, there is going to be a food place, because this area doesn't really have a good food place. And then I'm just going to have burgers and pizza and some sort of beverage over here. And it's probably going to end up backing up right over to here. I have like this little area right here where there's supports, so I can work around that. And then over here I'll have some tables, and then I'll put some more tables over here. It's just going to be a bunch of tables everywhere, because you'll obviously need a place to eat your food after you get it. But anyways, so Big Kahuna, I did not like how slow I had the lift hill. I think I had it at 5 miles per hour, which took forever, because I watched a POV of Fury 325, and it goes up that lift hill pretty steep. Also, I really love the lift hill announcement on Fury 325, so I'll probably record one at some point for Big Kahuna. I have some ideas I'm throwing around in my head, so I'll do that at some point. But anyways, the ride just took way too long, so I chopped off a section over here, and I'm going to go over back to this area at some point. And I kind of moved the turnaround that was there over here, but redid it slightly, and I also added this mid-course brake run, which I know that the Giga Coasters don't have, but in order for this ride to pace properly, I had to add it. And it's at a kind of weird spot, because it actually goes over the first drop for Wave Breaker, and that's a bit of an odd choice, but I figured the way that the path is down here, the one that you would take to walk over to the main entrance, you would actually have the spiral staircase somewhere along there, and then they would just evac there and then get led back into the park, probably over here, and then they could just have like a maintenance vehicle drive the people over, because this right here is a road. So it's a bit less than ideal, but I think it still works just fine. I think it's fine. I'm not gonna change the ride again, and I actually was able to get the stats pretty darn good, if it will let me click on it. So it's at 663, 462, 166, which is really good. The track length is just shy of Fury 325's length, which is 6,601 feet, and this is 6,548 feet. So really not too bad. There is a bit of ejector air time, and I'm not sure how long that's sustained for, but I may have to do a few more revisions. Well, it's not really a revision, it's more of a layout tweak, some reprofiling, but we'll see how much I actually have to do with that. And actually, I just realized I'm going to have to redo that path right there, and I'll end up getting rid of a lot of those supports. That's not for right now. Alright, over here in the accelerator area, I ended up deleting the food place that was right here and moving it over here because I think it's a better spot. I've been having to do a lot of terrain tweaks over here to get things to look a bit better, and that's taken me a while. I haven't even started on the queue for this because of how long that particular thing has been taking me. Like, this area right here was just way too small, and I realized that I can't even fit a building right there in between the seating area and that, so I just kind of gave up on it. But now it'll be here right by Vortex's exit, and then there will be food. And I also moved Delirium, I think that's what I called it. Yeah, Delirium. Pretty generic name for this ride. It's over here now. It actually swings above the midway, which I think is really, really cool. And then over here, I actually don't know what I want to add right here, because now I have this gigantic blank area. I got rid of the midway games because I kind of realized that having midway games at the very front of the park is a dumb idea. I've never been to a park where you walk in and there's midway games. They're usually shoved in the back of the park. And I don't really see a place to have midway games in the back of my park, so I'm just not going to have any midway games. And I guess I could try and find a place in Fiesta, but honestly, Fiesta's probably my most congested, or rather fleshed out area in this park. And I don't really want to mess with it too much. I think this is the most complete area right now. I would say it's even more complete than the western area. There's a lot of things that I want to do to this area to make it a little bit better. But I'm not going to focus on it right now. I'm really trying to focus up on this section of the park, because I feel like between that area and Airfield, they have the most room for improvement. Also, I've made some pretty decent amount of progress on the enclosed section, except that today I realized that this is not enough room for the track to slide over, so I'm going to have to put this pretty much right up against the station for the train, which will be ugly, but it's fine. I don't think the guests will actually like it, and it'll count as scenery for the ride, so it'll actually end up being a good thing for the park. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all I have done. Sorry for the slow progress on this. I know that I had a bit of a drought on the channel as far as videos have been going, but I'm going to try and work on that, get some more out frequently. I've got some more Sean builds coming up. So yeah, just stay tuned and there will be more. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.